Harper Lee published To Kill a Mockingbird at age 34, achieving immediate success and winning the Pulitzer Prize for fiction the following year. The book has since been translated into over 40 languages and sold more than 30 million copies worldwide. Harper Lee explored themes of class, courage, empathy, gender, race, and the American South, conveying messages of forgiveness and anti-prejudice. In effect, it is a book that benefited from its political correctness and became Harper Lee's lifelong signature. Before To Kill a Mockingbird, Harper Lee had actually written several other works. Afterwards, she fell silent. After 1964, she gave no interviews, published no articles, statements, or books for more than half a century. Although she did engage in some creative activity, her only publication, Go Set a Watchman, in 2015, was actually a precursor to Kill a Mockingbird. Harper's silence sparked speculation about her motives, whether she doubted her own output or worried about readers' misinterpretations. Whatever the reason, she deserved the reputation of a serious writer. Biography. Harper Lee, one of America's most beloved authors, was born on April 28, 1926, in Monroeville, Alabama. Her full name was Nellie Harper Lee, and she was the youngest of 4 children. Her father, Amasa Coleman Lee, was a lawyer and newspaper editor, and her mother, Frances Cunningham Finch Lee, was a homemaker. Harper's childhood in the small southern town of Monroeville greatly influenced her writing. As a child, Harper was known for her strong will and curiosity. She loved reading and often spent time with her best friend, Truman Capote, who later became a famous writer himself. The two shared a love of storytelling and usually created imaginary adventures together. The character of Dill in To Kill a Mockingbird was inspired by Capote. Harper attended Huntingdon College in Montgomery, Alabama, and later transferred to the University of Alabama, where she studied law. However, she realized her true passion was writing and left law school before completing her degree. In 1949, she moved to New York City to pursue a career as a writer. Despite the challenges of living in a big city, Harper remained determined to achieve her dreams. In New York, Harper Lee worked as an airline ticket agent while continuing to write. In 1956, Harper's friends Michael and Joy Brown gave her a remarkable Christmas gift, a year's worth of financial support so she could focus on writing. This generous gift allowed her to complete To Kill a Mockingbird, which she dedicated in part to the Browns. To Kill a Mockingbird was rooted in Go Set a Watchman. Harper Lee submitted the latter to an editor from Lippincott. The editor was not very satisfied with the protagonist and was more interested in Scott's childhood flashbacks. Meanwhile, an 8-year-old girl created in another novel caught the editor's attention. With the editor's patient advice, Harper Lee combined the 2 books into one. Harper Lee revised the manuscript with the editor for 2 years to complete the new novel, To Kill a Mockingbird, from the perspective of Scott's childhood. In 1960, she published it and won the Pulitzer Prize for fiction in 1961. In 2015, Go Set a Watchman was published after being set aside for over 50 years, offering a rare glimpse into her early writing. To Kill a Mockingbird's success should have prompted Harper Lee to write more, but in fact, she has not published any new works since 1960, aside from occasional articles. She chose to step away from public life and stop writing completely after the 1970s. The key point is believed to be related to a serial murder case, about which she once attempted to write a book. In the 1970s, an American pastor named Willie Maxwell was suspected of repeatedly murdering his relatives to collect insurance money. Over the years, his 2 wives, brother, nephew, and other relatives died in accidents, all of whom had insurance policies. The investigating authorities suspected Maxwell, but with the help of his lawyer, Tom Radney, he was repeatedly acquitted at trial. In June 1977, Maxwell's 16-year-old stepdaughter died in an accident, marking the 5th accidental death in 8 years for a family member in Maxwell's life. At his stepdaughter's funeral, her uncle, Robert Louis Burns, in front of hundreds of relatives and friends, shot Maxwell in the head. Maxwell died instantly, and Burns was acquitted after a court trial. The lawyer representing Burns was none other than Radney, the same lawyer who had acquitted Maxwell years earlier. Harper Lee actively gathered information about the case, even attending court hearings in person, and had tentatively titled his book, The Reverend, though it was never published. This is the last known writing plan of the great author. About the book, she wrote in a letter, "My agent wants bloody dissection scenes, my publisher wants another bestseller, and I just want to be true to my conscience. I can't deceive the readers." Although Harper Lee had not written for decades, in 2007, she was awarded the Presidential Medal of Freedom by President George W. Bush. In 2010, she was awarded the National Medal of Arts by President Barack Obama for her outstanding contributions. Harper Lee spent most of her life in New York City, but returned to her hometown in her later years to live with her sister. After suffering a stroke in 2007, she moved to a nursing home near her home. On February 20, 2016, she passed away peacefully in her sleep at 89. Through To Kill a Mockingbird, she gave the world a story of courage, empathy, and the fight for justice. Harper Lee's journey from a small-town girl in Alabama to a literary legend is a reminder of the power of storytelling and the importance of standing up for what is right. Her legacy as a quiet yet profound voice in literature will endure for generations. Harper Lee is best known for her novel To Kill a Mockingbird, a timeless classic that has touched the hearts of millions. Her work has had a profound impact on literature and society. Her ability to tackle complex social issues with warmth and honesty has made her a literary icon. To Kill a Mockingbird is a novel about Scout Finch, a young girl who grew up in the racially segregated town of Macomb, Alabama, during the 1930s. The book explores themes of racism, justice, and compassion through Scout's eyes as her father, Atticus Finch, defends an innocent black man accused of a crime he did not commit. The novel won the Pulitzer Prize and has been translated into over 40 languages. Go Set a Watchman, published more than 50 years after To Kill a Mockingbird, is set 20 years later and follows Scout as an adult returning to Macomb. The book provides a different perspective on the characters and themes introduced in the first novel. While it sparked debate among readers, it offered new insights into Harper Lee's creative process.